today's competition.
Tailored tape, very similar, more experienced to Patrick Byrd. We'll find out how that pays off. Let's go to the ring announcer.
In the 147-pound division, your referee, Mr. Lyle Aklestad from Sweetgrass, Montana. In the red corner, representing the East from Flint, Michigan, Patrick Byrd. In the blue corner, representing the North from Sacramento, California, Mark Lewis.
So we head into the ring for round one. Mark Lewis and Patrick Byrd.
Oh, Patrick starts off with a big right hand that, fortunately for Mark Lewis, it missed.
Byrd from Flint, Michigan. His brother Chris will be boxing next on this program, and he may be sneaking a look at his brother right now. Patrick finished second in this festival back in 1987, lost to Anthony Suggs. Has not made an appearance here since then. He would dearly love to win an Olympic festival gold medal before his amateur career sees its end.
Well, Patrick has had some stiff competition competing against Korea, Yugoslavia, Russia, and Ireland. So he has a lot of experience on his belt, international experience on his belt. It's a major difference. International experience means so much more than the national and local experience.
Those dual meets are very tough because you're always facing good boxers.
And normally you face a guy you probably would meet during the Olympics.
We're almost halfway through round one. And Patrick Byrd is having his way right now with Mark Lewis. Lewis won the National Golden Gloves last year. Talented young man. He lives in Sacramento, California, and he's training to become a carpenter. And no, I am not going to say that he wants to carve out a victory. It's way beneath me to say that.
I believe he does. In fact, Mark Lewis in the goal, he wants to own a cattle ranch.
Oh, there you go. Just like me. I like that. I like him. See, now I may have to root for him. No, I'm impartial. I can't root for him. Byrd is performing very well here. Classy stand-up boxer. Strong, too, Ray. Really has, I think, deceiving strength.
Well, also his expressions, great confidence. He has a look of a winner. But I don't think Mark Lewis believes that.
Winding down, under a half minute left to go here in round one. And so far, Patrick Byrd has had things pretty much his own way in the first round, using his jab and reach and boxing ability. So don't go away. Got a lot more boxing action coming up for you, especially round two. Gold, 147-pound match, welterweight matchup. Trying to see who will have the right to go for the title against Ross Thompson, who has already advanced to the finals. First round pretty much controlled by Patrick Byrd. Used his boxing skills and his reach to dominate, and now has stunned his opponent. Mark Lewis getting nailed with some big shots here. It would be a misnomer to think that Patrick Byrd is just a boxer. He can slug.
And Patrick Byrd will be far more effective if he would turn his knuckles over. Because there's a tendency not to hit with the white surface of the gloves.
Slapping a little bit with those punches. He's got Mark Lewis against the ropes, wailing away. He and his brother Chris, who will be boxing later, they have a sister who's playing basketball in Spain. Athletic family, and their dad handles their coaching. Halfway through the second round, Lewis with a good left hand, but Byrd comes back with his own straight left. Patrick Byrd landing a lot of punches. And of course, that's what you're supposed to do in amateur competition. And we would remind you again, the first time in the United States electronic scoring is being used. Well, there's a standing 8 count administered to Mark Lewis.
You're going to see more of the standing 8 count because the way Patrick throws his punches, he swarms over his opponents, throws so many punches, and the majority of them land.
Body shot by Lewis, but he has really had trouble dealing with Patrick Byrd. Big body shots being landed by Byrd. So round 2 has been much the same as round 1. The only different wrinkle is Byrd dominated enough to get a standing 8 count for the referee on Mark Lewis. A little holding and hitting will get a caution from the referee. So Patrick Byrd here in the second round looks even better than he did in the first. He's part of the way toward beginning what could be a successful brother act here. We'll see if he continues it when we return. In the gold, taking on Patrick Byrd in the blue.
Some heavy punches thrown by Patrick Byrd. Gets that big right hook in there. Being a southpaw that he is.
Byrd, the 22-year-old from Flint, Michigan. We've mentioned his brother Chris is also a very fine boxer who will be facing Frank Vassar in what could be one of the best matches of the day. And his brother looking at him now to make sure his brother does well. Ray talked before about the idea of brothers boxing on the same card. It's happened many, many times. And everyone handles it differently. The youngsters out in L.A. now as professionals, the Ruelas brothers, Gabe and Raf, Gabriel says he doesn't even want to look at his brother box. He says, I turn away. I don't even want to see it. And Raphael says, even if he's just done with the fight, I rush out to see what he's up to. So everyone has a different idea.
Good right hook again by Patrick Byrd.
Oh, and Lewis with a good double left hook. So after he is nailed with yet another good shot, he comes back.
The best brother team there was Spinks brothers.
Yes.
So much camaraderie and support for each other. Love.
That's true. Really was evident in the amateur and professional days. In fact, Michael Spinks put his own career on hold when Leon was a top heavyweight. So it's good when you see that. Right now, Patrick Byrd is doing extremely well against Mark Lewis. Although in this third round, halfway through the round, Lewis has had his moments, maybe his best moments, but still he's probably losing the round. Mentioned earlier again, the electronic scoring system in place for the first time in the United States has been used in international competition. Judges have a keypad in front of them and tabulate what punches have landed by different fighters. Good right hand by Lewis, and it's all fed into a central computer. And that result determines the winner. I guess if the computer breaks, they'll get some paper and pencil out again.
They improvise here.
Under a minute left to go here in round 3, and good right hook by Byrd. You know, it seems like Byrd has gone away from using his jab a little bit, Ray.
Well, now he's put both feet together and really just trying to whittle away with both hands. Nothing behind his punches.
Getting a little tired now, Byrd. Arm punches. Toward the end of the third and final round.
But he's well ahead on points.
Yeah, we would think so. He has landed by far more of the blows. That'll do it for round 3 and indeed the bout. Patrick Byrd looking for all the world like he has defeated this man, Mark Lewis. And Mark just could never get, I think, inside Ray to do the work he wanted to do. Toward the end, he did land some good double left hooks, but it just wasn't enough for him.
The third round was Mark Lewis' best round. He got a little closer. He was able to get a little closer, but for the most part, it was Patrick Byrd dominating the round.
Well, you see that 22-year-old who, as we mentioned, has not competed here since 1987 at the Olympic Fest, when he was here and did not win, finished second, but he's hoping for a different result this year. All right, let's go up to the center of the ring and find out who won this bout.
In the 147-pound division, the judges' decision, the winner on points, 51-19, is in the red corner, Patrick Byrd.
Patrick Byrd wins the decision and even finds time to lift up his opponent. Good win for him. We'll see if his brother does as well.